Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Latin America show. My name is Enrique Gelista, and it's a pleasure being tonight with all of you. Tonight we have a fantastic show that, well, we're going to have this bake-off challenge that is the final, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it. Also, we're going to have a new section that is Turisteando. Whitney would let us know what's the meaning of Turisteando for those people that they do not speak Spanish, why we're using that phrase. That, of course, is an Spanglish word, but, well, it's like Whitney will explain us about what is this. And also, well, we're going to have, we're going to visit in Bogota, and we're going to know about this amazing city and particular places that you can visit once the lockdown will release. That looks like it's coming soon. Now it's coming sooner and sooner. So, well, that's a good thing. And also, we're going to visit Machu Picchu. We have an extraordinary friend that he has been traveling around the world. He's a globetrotter, and he's traveling around Latin America. So he's going to tell us more about Machu Picchu. And also, we're going to have an extraordinary drummer from Venezuela, and she's Leah. So, well, don't miss that part of the show. And also the final of the Bake Off Challenge. And here I would like to say many things. First of all, please share this program with more people in order that they know what is the Latin culture, the real Latin culture that we live day to day in Latin America and in all over the world, here in the UK, and they can know more about our culture, traditions, music, etc. On the other side, please follow us in all our social networks. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you subscribe to YouTube, don't forget to put the bell there in order that you know that every time that we're uploading a video. So going back to this challenge, well, first let me introduce my friends, mis amigos, Whitney Nuchereno.
Hola todos. Hello, everyone. Couple things. First of all, I just wanted to take a second and recognize that we lost someone very important here in the UK, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. And so just taking a second and remembering him in his life. So I know that's been the big news around here. So that's been kind of a shock to a lot of us. Secondly, turistear. Okay, so turisteando is like sightseeing or seeing the sights. And it comes from the verb turistear, which is a verb used in Latin America to say that. So that's a little Spanglish. When you mix Spanish and English together, it's like saying like whatsappear, googlear, and turistear is one of those verbs. So welcome this evening. I'm excited for our show. We have lots to talk about, especially turisteando is a main theme of tonight's show. And that's about it.
Excellent, Whitney. And on the other side, we have Roger Larcon.
Well, hello, everyone. Now, the days in London, it's cold, but it's a nice day today. So happy for all of you guys are having a drink outside in the gardens. Look at him, look at him, look at him. But it's not in the garden. Anyway, please do it safely, okay? Just because we need to control this. So go on a pub, but in a safety way. Anyway, let's start the show.
Thank you, Roger. And of course, well, yes, you say just keep safe. And remember that, well, this haven't finished yet. So, well, it's like just be cautious. One of the things that I want to talk is about this extraordinary response from all the audience about this bake-off challenge, and actually has created a lot of controversy, I think so. So something that, well, we prepared is this extraordinary challenge with Pacari chocolate, and also we have a lot of prizes around it. And I don't know if in this video they are the prizes, Roger. No, is it the following one? Okay, sorry, it's like I don't remember how was the entrance of the video. But well, as you know, well, we have extraordinary prizes for these ones for all the people that they prepared these extraordinary cakes and they bake off all these amazing and stunning, honestly, they were stunning. And all of them, for us, they are like winners. They are professionals for us, I think so. We cannot say that they are amateur. So the first prize is going to be a visitor to the Pacari headquarters in Ecuador. So they are going to have the opportunity to see all the complete process about how they are preparing, how they are like picking up the chocolate from the cocoa, and also all this process that you get it. Also, you're going to get the first prize is going to get a fondue set. That is the one that you can see here in the. Oh well, it's passing too quick, Roger. So the set, can you put a little bit of pause, Roger, because now it's really quick. So Thank you. So also a part of this fondue, also they can get a courtesy from MUUTO. Also this one. Oh, thank you. And also that is like a it's like a tea. How
The
to say it?
jar.
Like a, yeah, like a tea chart. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, you can put play now. Yeah. And also it's like that was very quick, Roger. Sorry, I just
You say
and 200,
like
I
that.
know, and 200 grams of raw chocolate that is going to be a bag that you're going to receive. That's is the prize for the first prize. The second place is going to receive a private online session with our chef, Marianne Foque, that well, she has been in the show. The third place for this bake-off challenge is going to be a virtual chocolate tasting session with our experts from Pacari. Do you remember that you're going to receive these small pieces of chocolate and you are going to try them and they are going to tell you how to do it. So, well, and the full price is going to be one chocolate face mask that, well, is courtesy of our friends from Lavandel. So all the participants, they are like simply extraordinary, are amazing, all the preparation that they have done. And the only thing that I would like to say is like, first of all, the challenge is to engage the community, that everybody feel like surrounded, make it fun. So I know that I have seen a lot of competitive spirit that is very good with all the contestants. However, it's like, remember that this is a fun thing. It's just to relax. I have a couple of complaints. The rules, they were like set, not, we didn't consider, to be honest, all the different rules or all the different scenarios that could happen. However, something that I received, and I received a complaint from one girl. It's like the rules, they were very clear. Like people, they have to vote in the pictures that they uploaded in the event section. A lot of people, they vote in the video. All the people that they vote in the video, they cannot be considered. And also, as part of these complaints, that well, one person that I'm not going to say the name of that person who complained, but well, that person who complained, actually, she was voting then twice. She was voting in the picture and also in the video. So let's be fair and let's try to do it like as we set up in the rules. And in the rules, it said that, well, everybody who has more likes in the event section in their pictures, that will pass to the final, that the final is going to be tonight. Also, I know that, well, there could be a lot of strategies like sharing videos, etc. So, well, it's like you will be able to share your pictures, your everything. From the Latin America show, we feel flattered about how much response we have from all of you. And well, I would like to say hello to everyone. We have a lot of people now online in different parts of the world. I'm just going to try to say it very quickly that we have Annalise, we have Francisco Carvalho, we have Avi Maldonado, we have Brian Nelson, we have Ana Velasquez, we have Cecilia Lani, we have Charo Jansen, Sandra Ascar, Mateo, Jack Anomali, Avijit, Karen Trejo, Jacqueline Orozco, Garen Dancy, Jacqueline Orozco, otra vez, sorry, Andrea Morrison, Ruth Monjaraz, Zoila, that well, they are putting flags from Peru. We have a lot of people from Peru that they are supporting. Caro Carinol, Katy Vilches, Andrea Morrison, Mateo Lobón, Flor de Escocia, Carla, that they are supporting Sweet Nibbles, Lau G, Valeria, Thais, Flor, Cristina, Augusto, Karen. So thank you everyone for your comments. Thank you for letting us know where are you from. If you can put your flags, that's amazing. In order that well we can know which country you are from. So well, we're going to see one video that Royer prepared with all these extraordinary bake-offs. However, just one thing. During the show, we are going to tell you at what time and in which time you can vote and what is going to be the process in order that you can vote. So the order of all the cakes that Royer is putting here is not the order that is going to be at the final or how we're going to present it. This is exactly the one that we have from the finalist of the previous show that we were seeing. So let's see this outstanding bake-off challenge, Michael Royer. Show me. So, well, it's like, as I said, we will let you know when it's going to be the time for voting. So thank you for supporting. I know I have flags here from Argentina, from Peru, from Mexico, Scotland, India, of course, Abhijit. Well, so thank you, everyone. I can see a lot of comments here. Believe me that I'm trying to read them as much as I can. So, well, let's go to the first section of the show that is going to be with Whitney Duchereno.
Okay. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Wait. Yes, Mike, what do you have to do as well? Thank you. Roger's so funny. He knows to put the microphone in mute. All right. So welcome to Making Spanish Simple with me, Whitney, part 1. And since we will soon be talking about one of our guests and their blogs, I won't ruin too much, that is only in Spanish at the moment, is offered in Spanish. I thought I'd give you some keywords to help those of you who are not native speakers navigate the blog and plan your next trip to Colombia. So let's begin. So I'm going to put some pictures up here, and we're going to, and I took these pictures directly from the blog Fuera de la Rutina, which we'll discuss what that means and about it a little bit more in our interview. So okay. So I wrote the words out in case you can't see them on this picture, because it's really hard to copy paste pictures and be able to really see them. But the words right here, it's everything you need. So you have cafes, bars, restaurantes, and those are, you know, they're cognates, just like in English, they look the same in Spanish. We have caminatas, which are like long walks or hikes. We have históricos, we have glamping, we have actividades extremas. We're going to talk about like extreme activities. We have like tours, we have camping, and we have eco-friendly. So it's all certain types of tourism that this blog offers. Okay. All right. So let's look at one of those activities, which is actividades extremas. So you have, and these are ones that you can find in a lot of Spanish-speaking countries in Latin America. And these are some of the top actividades extremas in Colombia, and a couple of which are mentioned on the blog. So we have escalar rocas, which is like rock climbing. We have el rafting, which is, I'm sure you can guess, rafting. Canotaje is canoeing. Paracaidismo is like skydiving. And el ciclomontañismo is like mountain biking. And think of el ciclismo, which we've seen before. So right now, I'm actually going to ask our guest to put this in the comments. ¿Qué actividad extrema prefieres? Okay. And then that way, when you are looking for your next trip to Colombia, you can look this up in Spanish and see where to go. So again, we have escalar rocas, which is rock climbing, el rafting, like whitewater rafting, for example, by the way. El canotaje is canoeing, something a little more serene. El paracaidismo is skydiving, because by the way, caer is to fall. El ciclomontañismo is mountain biking. So, ¿qué actividad extrema prefieres? So, por ejemplo, yo prefiero el rafting, okay? ¿Qué prefieres tú, Roger?
I prefer a very extreme, no, just I'm gonna say in English and in Spanish.
Oh, vale,
Extremist okay. I've got is Glastonbury glamping. La más extrema ha sido glamping en Glastonbury.
Yeah. Glastonbury, el festival de música.
50 centímetros de mud, de lodo.
Lodo. Mm-hmm.
That's extreme. Eso es extremo.
Like Bridget Jones's baby movie, the glamping and lodo with all the mud and everything.
But I didn't fall to the mud.
You didn't fall in the mud. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, you need to have the technique.
Or just the right footwear. Y Enrique, ¿qué actividad?
I'm pretty sure that you lost your boots in the mud.
Like in the movie.
Stuck. Yeah, they get stuck there.
I think you do. I don't think, yo no creo que diga la verdad. Okay, so Enrique, ¿tú qué actividad extrema prefieres y por qué?
Well, I will prefer, I think so, prefiero el paracaidismo. because I like to see everything from the top, and I think it's like an extraordinary experience, feeling the air, feeling all the adrenaline.
I will
you-
tell you what
you
it feels because I've been invited. I've been invited to do that, so I will tell you.
Wait, have
So
you
now-
done that? Have you skydived?
No, no,
Oh.
but it's what I think.
Prefer it if you haven't done. Okay, so put
Well,
it.
I prefer it because, well, I'm not like an extreme sport man. So do I look like a sport person? No. So I don't. But if I have to choose one of these one, I will choose that one. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, perfect. I always have to find a problem with what Enrique says. I always confirm that. All right, so put it
Hey,
in the
listen, Whitney. It's extreme going from the bedroom to the living room to work. It's extreme now.
Well,
It's like-
actually, one of the extreme things that you can put there is like taking the tube in the rush hour.
Mhm. I know.
Yeah.
Not that
Find a seat on the tube. Yeah, in a rush hour.
as someone who actually goes into work during the pandemic, I can confirm this.
Yeah, well, of course, well, when it's like, yeah, not in this time. So it's like, yeah.
All right.
And you,
moving on.
Whitney?
So put it in the comments. Enrique will not spoil these. I know he won't. And we'll get to them in a second. So, ¿qué actividad extrema prefieres? Okay, moving on. We have, okay, so on this page, we have like making reservations for flights. So let's look at a couple of these words. So you have, te ayudaremos a planear tu próximo viaje. It means we'll help you plan your next trip. El viaje is trip. So we have, and I'm just pulling some of the words, not all of them, but we have reserva aquí. So reservar is just like you would think to make a reservation or book something. El destino is obviously your destination, where you're headed to. La fecha. So La fecha means date, and we've actually learned a little bit of dates. You saw that we've done the numbers and the months of the year, and similar in the UK English, like it's the number, then the month, and then the year in Spanish. So we have fecha de entrada, like when you're going, like when you're arriving into a country or city, wherever you're headed. And fecha de salida, and that's the date that you're leaving. So that's when you book a ticket, especially if it's a round trip. And we'll talk about that. Whether it's for hotels, fecha de entrada, salida, that's more for like hotels and bookings. We'll get to the airlines in a second. And then there's the option on Alejandra's blog. It says, todavía no he decidido las fechas. That means I still haven't decided on the dates, meaning they're open. If you don't have a particular date and you're just kind of planning an open-ended trip and seeing what's available when. And then last but not least, and I'll get to your comments in a second. I'll put those up if you need them again in 1 minute. So speaking of flights, so El Buscador is like your search tool, your search engine, okay? Which there is one on this blog, and it actually is linked with Skyscanner. It's really good. And I find, as someone who used to frequently travel, not so much anymore, but every single trip I've gotten is off Skyscanner. So I really do recommend this blog because it's linked to that. And I think the best deals are from there. So anyways, you use the Buscador to search. And then it has the options desde a, which means from this until this, like date. Okay, so that's another way of booking the date, especially for a flight. And then you have ida y vuelta. So these come from the verbs ir, ida, y volver. So ir means to go, so like leaving, ida, and then vuelta, like volver is to return, so that's your return. So if you're booking a round trip ticket, it's ida y vuelta. But if you're only booking a flight one way, because you might be like going to other cities, you don't want to do a round trip and you're going to multiple destinations, that would be solo ida, which means only one way. And then salida and regreso is like, you know, when you're leaving and when you're returning. Okay. So that's it as far as the blog. That's again how to navigate the blog. And then especially if you go to the first page, you pick one of these options and then it takes you to all different places all over Colombia, which we'll get to in the interview. So I don't really want to ruin that for you. And then these are the actividades extremas. A couple of them, like escalar rocas, are on the blog as well. So that's how you can determine what you want to do if you want this type of tourism, like aventurero, like adventure tourism. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up my phone, but my messages, they come on a little bit later than some of them. But again, ¿qué actividad extrema prefieres tú? Not Guys, do you want to help me out? I'm not seeing it.
They were like, yeah, they were one. I think so. I saw
Okay.
one.
Somewhere
But they
around
were
there.
like
It's
passing.
because it's like
And
ding,
it's
ding,
like
ding, ding, ding.
glamping. I see Jules Esquivel. She was saying
Good, thank
glamping.
you.
Yeah.
Glamping.
Yes.
She was saying
Yeah.
Glamping.
glamping. Yeah.
Sorry,
No.
putting a GL in front of it doesn't make it glamorous, by the way.
Hey,
Putting what?
do you know what's the most extreme?
GL instead of camping,
what's the,
glamping doesn't make this glamorous, by the way.
do you know what's the most extreme on the glamping,
What?
Whitney?
What?
Going to the toilet.
Oh. You know what? I feel like that is just a challenge with the lockdown also. You know what I mean? Like nowhere is open. You want to go for a walk? It's a problem. All right. I think that's it. But guys, if you want to throw them in the comments, I'll read them later. ¿Qué actividad extrema prefieres? And if not, I'm sure we'll talk about tourism again and I can ask you and maybe you'll answer. All right. Okay. All right. Back to you, Enrique.
Thank you very much, Whitney. So, well, it's like before we start with our first guest and before we start with this section, I just want to say again, like how is going to be this voting thing. So first of all, we haven't said yet how it's going to be. We're going to say it during the show. And I'm going to say it in English first and later on in Spanish, okay? Because I have seen that, well, there are a lot of people that they are from Latin America that they are connected now. So, well, it's like, first of all, we don't know. The second one is like, I would like to ask you, as you were asking for a fair play, just vote once. If you want that we become strict, we can say that people that they vote twice could be disqualified. So it's like, let's be fair. So just vote once, please. And well, so we will let you know how it's going to be in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to say it now in Spanish. So, well, para todas las personas que están en Latinoamérica o que se están conectando ahorita para saber un poco más de cómo va a ser esta votación. En unos minutos más durante el show les diremos cómo van a votar y cuál es la mecánica para votar por su favorito. Una de las cosas que les solicitamos es para tener un juego justo, ya que es una de las principales causas o principales razones que nos han solicitado las participantes de ser justos. Yo les pediría a las personas que van a votar, voten una vez. De lo contrario, si vemos que hay varias personas que están votando más de una vez, pues nos veremos en la necesidad de descalificar a la contendiente por ese pastel, porque lo único que están generando es que no haya un juego limpio. Entonces, les pedimos que solo voten una vez por su favorito y eso va a ser más que suficiente. ¿Cómo va a ser la votación? En unos minutos más les diremos cómo será. So, well, going back, and thank you very much. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que están conectando, que veo por allá gente en Ecuador, en México, en El Salvador, en Perú. Muchas gracias a todos los que están ahí. Ya ahorita pusieron por ahí cómo votamos. Más o menos ya les expliqué cómo. En un ratito más les vamos a decir cómo van a votar. Entonces, no se lo pierdan en un momento más. So, well, let's continue with the show. And, well, we have a new section. Roger.
Yeah.
Viajamos por carretera, por el río, por el mar, o nos vamos caminando, lo importante es vacilar, oye.
So, well, this is a new section that, well, we have, and we are going to have with you in the Latin America show, people that they are living in Latin America, and they are going to tell us a little bit more about their experience. They are people, not only Latinos, and that is something interesting. So we're going to go with our first guest, but I think so. Roger, over you are going to introduce our first guest.
Well, today we got Alejandra Piraneque. She's an amazing Colombian woman. She's got a blog and she's going to be with us tonight in the show. So she's going to explain us a little bit more what she does with this blog, all the tours she does to know more about Colombia. Please give a welcome to Alejandra Piraneque.
Hi.
Hello, Ale.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Thank you for joining us tonight to the Latin American show. Let's start, Alejandra Piraneque. How was you inspiring to do this blogging? Because I know you start now these days blogging is difficult, but tell us about your story.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for the invitation. I am so excited to be here and show my work. So I always love writing, but when I was at the college, I have the need to create something new, something different. So I started blogging and I started Fuera de la Rutina.
Well, Fuera de la Rutina, which is now in Spanish the name,
Yeah.
it started. Why they started? Tell us, what was the necessity? ¿Por qué la necesidad? Why?
I when when I was with my boyfriend in Villa Leyva, near to Bogota, I was looking for new plans, new activities, and I don't find information, all the information like prices, how to get there, how much costs. So I think that all the tourists, all the people that are from Colombia, from Spanish people. So I think that it could be a problem for the people. So I made the blog for all of them.
And can you tell us about the blog itself? So Fuera de Rutina, like why did you choose this name? And for those in the audience that don't speak Spanish, what does it mean? And who is the blog intended for? Is it just for like Colombians, like people from Latin America? Who's your audience?
Okay, well, Fuera la Rutina is like to be out of the routine in English, to do something new. And for me, the blog is for everyone. I I love that photo. I really want to make something that is for everyone, all the ages, all the people, not only Colombia or other countries, because everyone have other perception of Colombia, like narcos, drugs, everything.
Yeah, and it's good to obviously show the beautiful Colombia for everything in it.
Yeah, and the people, and all the new business, all the small business, the big business, all the organization that fight for that.
And just like, well, as you're talking about Bogota, and also, well, it's like you're talking about visiting places around Colombia, and in particular, well, as we're talking about Bogota, what are some of those posts of the posts highlight about Bogota, especially?
Well, the two highlight spots, Jardín Botánico and Usaquén. Jardín Botánico in English means botanic garden. That is a magical place. It's like a big garden in the middle of Bogota that shows a lot of plants and flowers that are all from Colombia. I love that place because it's like a small part of nature in a big city. And the second one, that is Usaquén, is a zone that you can go to prove a new food, a beer. You can stay there, no problem, because after the first quarantine, the government decides to put that in a space outdoor. So you can go to the park and sit right there in front of the restaurants and take food from any restaurants and stay there with your friends. In
So
Colombia, we say,
well, is sorry.
sorry, in Colombia, we say like parchar, sitting there to talk about everything with your friends, your family, your boyfriend, girlfriend, anything, parchar.
That's a new one for Whitney. That's a new one for
Writing
Whitney.
it down. Writing it
Take a
down.
note, Whitney.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. Neither.
Yeah.
And actually, for example, is this park, for example, or this botanic garden that we're talking about, is like specific activities that they are like, I don't know, performing there, like, I don't know, concerts or something from time to time, and avoid this part of the pandemic time. But well, normally they have another activities in the park.
Yeah. Well, you can go Tuesday to Sunday, like 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I think so. They have like tours to all the garden. And on Fridays, you can go to in the night and stay there in different shows that they do. Yeah, and it's really cheaper. I was looking on Google, and it's less than a pound, the British pound. In Colombia, it's like the entry is 3,000 pesos colombianos, like I don't know, 1 pound in Colombian pesos is 5,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos. So it's so cheaper.
Okay, well, that's very good to know that. Well, sometimes when we are thinking about traveling, like how can we make a budget and everything? So I think it's,
Yeah.
it's a good advice in that way. And also maybe I think so in future shows, maybe you can tell us about planning a budget, how much
Yeah.
people, how much money people they need. That I think so that could be interesting. That well, people that they are planning to go to Bogota, we have like this kind of package, or well, more or less, like they can stay in this kind of hotel, etc. And just preparing for them in order that they know more about, of course, all the interaction with the culture, but also they can go to these kind of places and
Yeah,
tourists.
for sure. Yeah. And
also,
go.
yeah, please. No, please tell us.
No, I just want to say that because we are like in Latin America, Colombia is really cheaper for food, for like to be in a hotel or in Airbnb. There are so many hostels in the middle of the city, like the downtown. So you can go with a lot of a little bucket of money. I think so.
That's obviously what I'm talking about. What you say, there's a lot of places in Colombia, and then we will flattered you being here with us. And we're gonna do the turisteando in all these little small places. And for the British people who learn, is how to reach people like you. Is because you're like a local guide for these ones, and then you have a channel, a YouTube channel. So it's really good because sometimes when you go you go as a normal person, you really don't know to go. You just read what the hotel give it to you. So
Yeah.
it's good to have people like you. How we can find you in your blog? Tell us.
Okay, well, you can Google me like fueralarutina.com. In English is FUERADE. Well, I will
Put the
write in
logo,
the comments.
Roger,
Put the logo,
on
yeah.
the screen.
It's
Yeah.
so easy.
The logo is easy. I know.
Like spelling all the link. Yeah. So well, I have a YouTube channel, the same, Fuera la Rutina.
That's the website.
Yeah.
And that's the YouTube.
The YouTube channel, and I have Instagram and Facebook. So every weekend I try to move the YouTube channel and get up any kind of places, new places that you can go and visit.
Wow, that's an amazing job, because obviously these days people see the bloggers like oh, I just want to have things for free, and obviously not everyone, but you is just doing an amazing job, obviously, and thank you for being in the Latin American show. And thank you for, I was just looking all these little places, like you say. I didn't know it was a
Yeah.
it was a garden in the middle of the city, which is,
Yeah.
for example, all major cities got it. So I think that's a nice initiative you had got, and we'll invite you, all the British and all around the world, just to visit your channel to see more about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, go ahead. Sorry.
And if you like, I want to add, like, if you like some cultural or historical places, Bogota have a lot of cultural and historical places like Museo Nacional, Museo del Oro, Golden Museum, like Plaza Bolívar. Everything is like in the downtown, like Candelaria. So many people, so many tourists like to go there because they have a little aspect like colony, that when the Bogota was a colony from Spain. So there is other type of tourists that you can do.
And I actually have a question with regard to two things. First of all, your blog is in Spanish. So are there any plans to translate it for those who aren't Spanish speakers so that they can enjoy your blog? And also, what's the difference between your blog? What does your YouTube channel have that your blog doesn't have?
Okay, well, I am working on to translate in English, but if you want to see videos or any experience, something like that, you can go to YouTube and they have the subtitles, but I'm working on translate to English the blog. And the difference is the public. Someone prefers read, someone prefers watch the video. So I try to do everything live for everyone. So I like to record my experience and tell the people like how to get there, how much cost, everything like that. But if you doesn't like YouTube, but you have the blog. So I try to do everything for everyone.
No, that's
And actually, it's like anyway. I think so. People they can have an idea, and later they can text you or they can write you, send you an email in order to know more about the place. But I think so that it's a good opportunity for people that they are planning in advance as well. Maybe they can just like saying, I would like to visit these places that I have seen in your videos, and it's like, how can we make like a schedule for visiting all of them? So I think so. It's a good opportunity. And also talking about these parties, like all these kind of tourist activities and the neighbors is something that they must check. Like, well, just saying like, well, which places they must check when they are visiting Bogota is something that you have there.
Yeah, depends of the what do you like. If you like something like cultural or about the history, you can go to the museum. In my blog, there are a part of that says históricas, actividades históricas. That is like go museums and I don't know La Plaza Bolívar, La Casa de la Moneda. They are all about the history before and after the colony. So you can go there. If you like something like ambiental stuff, you can go to Jardín Botánico, Botanic Garden, or you can do some trekking, like senderismo, about through the mountains. Yeah, because in Bogota, these activities are free. You have to check in the page and go there and look for some waterfalls near to Bogota.
Actually, just that you know, Roger and Whitney, that could be one of my extreme sports, trekking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like trekking?
So, yeah, but it's the only thing that for me it could be extreme. Yes, because I don't do sports, so it's like
you die.
I used your page for the first part of my segment as inspiration, and we were talking about like actividades extremas and so and all that has to offer, which I'm sure you talk about more in your videos as well, and where to go.
Yeah. Yeah, but
well,
it's something
I've
like
got one question. What extreme sport you like?
Well,
I like everything. I really like everything. I like to do trekking. I love trekking with my dogs. I love I don't know how to say in English, so I want to take in Spanish. So sorry. Paracaidismo. I would like to try it.
Skydiving. Yeah.
Skydiving.
There is a sport like is in a waterfall. You go down.
Oh, I know. I don't know the word in English, but you go down on a rope. Yeah.
This that one. Canotaje, rafting. I love rafting. Anything.
You're a sport woman.
You're a sporty girl. Cool.
Yeah, I really like to do everything. I think that you have to prove anything. I really think that.
Because it's on your blog, so obviously you know it and have done it, and you have all the best recommendations.
Yeah. And
I would love to see your videos when you go pro cam here, then you're in the rafting. Yeah.
There is a goal actually. I have to buy my GoPro because my old GoPro is broken, so I have to try that.
Definitely.
I am working on that, but I am glad so that you can try anything of actividades extremas.
So well, actually, it's something that as you are not only in Bogota, maybe in another episode, you can come here and tell us a little bit of this kind of sports that people they can do when they are traveling, because also, well, we have seen wonderful landscapes that, well, they can enjoy in Colombia. So I think so that could be very good that, well, it's like, we're going to put you to film different kind of sports and you can come here and tell us about that one. That could be good. And in order that people, they can see the environment, they can see the place, etc., the prices, and live in that experience that, well, in order that you can share it with us.
I would love to do that. So near to Bogota, like 15 minutes to the north, you can find any activity. You can go for trekking, you can go for rafting, anything that you want. That is the thing that I love from Bogota.
Well, excellent. And actually, when
We
the
need to
lockdown
go
will
to
be
Bogota.
over, we will visit Bogota and
I
you
would
will
love
be
to
our
receive
tour
us.
guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will do, I promise I will do
Uh,
some.
Yeah.
And we'll videotape Enrique skydiving.
Yes, some, no, okay, some, let's see, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
One step after.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, why not?
I
Okay.
promise taking my hunter boots to Colombia after the glamping.
You have to do that. Because the climate here is crazy. One day is sunny and the other day is raining, so you have to take your boots.
Cool.
Well, we cannot say that we are in the best weather here, but
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, so it's like,
I know that.
okay, yeah. So Ale, thank you very much, and of course to the audience, follow the YouTube channel and the social networks from Fuera de la Rutina. Also, I think so, Roger, you're going to post here on Facebook, Fuera de la Rutina, in order that people that you can go there, you can click there, and you can watch the videos, and also you can know more information. If you want to know more, just send an email to Ale, and of course she's going to support you. I think so. It's an extraordinary place to go to visit and to enjoy with all the different opportunities and the places that Colombia offers. So thank you very much, Ale. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. I am so nervous, but thank you.
Oh, we love having you and hope to have you again soon. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you to you. I
And
hope to
Thank you
come
very
back.
much.
No, of course you will. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, you will.
Thank you, Ale. Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers. So
Thank you.
it's like
Bye.
just following part of the show. It's like I just want to ask people that. Well, it's like I don't know why you are voting. We haven't said that we can start voting, and actually we haven't said which number is each one. So I have seen people that they are voting. So en Spanish now. Hay gente que ya está votando y no entiendo ni siquiera cómo es que están votando o por qué números están votando. En un momento más les diremos cómo pueden votar por su favorito y nuevamente les pido por favor para ser justos con las votaciones, solo voten una vez. Ya que si notamos que una persona está votando más veces o en repetidas ocasiones, bueno, pues nos veremos en la necesidad de descalificar a la contendiente de... que a pesar de todo el esfuerzo y demás, solo por querer tener a lo mejor un voto más de alguien inocentemente, pues que no le afecte, pero esto para que sea todo justo para todas las personas. So, well, we ask it just to be fair with everyone. So just vote once. We will let you know how to do it. So, well, it's like just thank you, Joe, for that one, because I have seen a lot of comments about it. So thank you very much. So, well, now from Colombia, we're going to jump to Machu Picchu, to Peru. And well, this extraordinary place, as you know, but well, it's like not only the place. We're going to talk about someone who is a globetrotter. He's from Mumbai, India. And well, of course, part of his dreams, it was to be an aviator, and he started working for the airline industry. So well, he has been over 25 countries around the world, and he decided to say, well, I'm just going to give up and I'm just going to start traveling around the world and enjoying. And of course, he took Latin America as a destination. So welcome to Ram, that well, he is from Mumbai and he's with us tonight. So hello, Ram, how you doing?
Hey, pleasure to be here, in fact.
Well, the pleasure is ours. And also it's like, I would like to start asking you, how many years have you been traveling around Latin America?
I've been here since 2017, since I quit my job. Started off with Brazil, and then went to Uruguay, then went to Argentina, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, Panama. Yeah, a little bit of the Central America.
So do you have like a checklist, like saying I have to tick all the countries around?
Well, I do. In fact, it's my dream to actually conquer throughout the world. But then I came to Latin America, fell in love with the continent, with the hospitality of the people, and decided to stay here. And focusing on traveling in Latin America for now.
And so a couple of questions. Why did you decide to travel like across Latin America? And And did you have like a timetable, like, okay, I'm going to be here this long, and maybe extend it? And if so, like, how did those plans change and come about?
Well, initially, I just wanted to. I was actually quite inquisitive to discover more about Latin American culture and especially to learn Spanish language.
Yeah.
So I started off traveling, and then I initially planned to be here for about a year and a half to travel all over Latin America. And then since I came, I fell in love with each country that I visited, and now it's been since 5 years that I'm here. I haven't left Latin America in 5 years.
Wow, that's incredible. My goodness, that says a lot.
Yeah.
The question is, do you speak Spanish now?
Sí, claro, yo hablo español muy bien.
What? How long it took you to learn Spanish? I mean, from nowhere, because you're from Mumbai. Your mother tongue is Hindu. And then obviously because of your job, obviously English, but then Spanish again. It's just three languages. How long it took you? Well,
it took about 2 years, in fact. I never had this professional coaching or whatever, just by interacting with people. And it was funny because when I was in Colombia, I wanted to say I'm a vegetarian, so I had to say no quiero carne, but instead I ended up saying no quiero avocado. And then I used to like mix up the words, and then people used to laugh at me. And then I used to note down in a piece of paper like, okay, this is not the word, this is the one, and then just to practice it that way.
Yeah.
Wow. You need to learn from somewhere. We're learning with Whitney, but that's an amazing thing. I think how you feel the Latin Americans was with you as a external person learning Spanish and be with them.
Well, Latin Americans are super friendly, in fact, and then it was very nice. They're very, very cooperative, in fact. When I'm doing something like I'm not saying the right word or not pronouncing it properly, they go, okay, if I can correct you, don't feel offended, and then they tell me the right way of pronouncing it, and then I tend to practice it with them, and then just get a hold of it.
And well, Ram, we know that, well, now you're based in Peru, actually in Cusco. You are living in Cusco. Yeah. So sorry. So can you tell us, and of course, if we're talking about Cusco, we have to talk about Machu Picchu. That I know that a lot of us is like a place that, well, is just like a dream. Is a lot of culture, is just like a spectacular view and a spectacular place, thinking about how they build it, etc. So tell us a little bit about Machu Picchu. What is your experience, and why is this so exciting? So it's an excitement place to be.
Yeah, Machu Picchu is, in fact, it's let's say the blue-eyed baby of Latin America. In fact, every traveler that I met in Latin America wants to travel to Machu Picchu. There are different ways to go to Machu Picchu. Primarily, people prefer doing the classic Inca trail, which is about 500 years old trail, which was built by Incas to reach Machu Picchu, which was their sacred site to go. And then there are different tours, which is like 1 day tour and 2 day tour, and even Salcantay, which is a little bit adventurous way to reach Machu Picchu. What I did was I took a 2 day tour by bus, which took me from here to a place called Hidroelectrica. Then I hiked for like 2 hours along the railway line. This is the same way what the American professor, Hariharan, who rediscovered Machu Picchu, he walked the same way. I took the same way, reached Machu Picchu. It's an incredible place. There is a different kind of vibe over there. So the moment we go there, we tend to feel like rejuvenated, like completely, reborn with the Inca mythical vibes over there. So it's quite a unique place to be, and one of my favorite places, obviously, that I've been so far.
Also, you have like, as I remember, I was seeing some of your blogs and some of the information that you have. And it's like not only Machu Picchu, but I would like if you can summarize, because I think you were saying 5 interesting things that you should not miss if you go to Cusco or something like that. It was like, I don't know if they were 5 or they were like some of the highlights that you have to go. Which are those highlights that people they shouldn't miss if they have the opportunity to go there? Oh, I think so.
Well, if in Cusco, the first thing certainly is Machu Picchu. You can't miss that. And then you can go to the Rainbow Mountain, which is quite a unique place as well. There are 7 different colors, striped naturally in a mountain which is about 5,000 meters above sea level. And then there is Laguna Humantai, which is also a high altitude lake, which is about 4,900 meters above sea level, if I'm not wrong. And there's a newly discovered Inca cultural site, which is Huacra and Quechua, which is the most interesting place I've ever been to so far, which is an Incan road bridge, which was the last road bridge built by Inca. And to maintain the tradition of rebuilding the road bridge, the locals now continue the tradition by dismantling the existing road bridge, and then they try to rebuild it every year. So it is quite an interesting site to visit as well. It's called Quechua.
And how many times you have been in Machu Picchu now? Have you visited?
Oh, well, I've just been once, in fact. I didn't have the opportunity to go again, but I was actually planning to go this year, but then the pandemic struck, and then it just got ruined up totally.
So for those of us who want to go, it's on our bucket list. My first question was, is it worth it? But it sounds like it absolutely is. But the second is kind of, when would you advise, especially for people who are traveling like really far away, some of our audience is from the UK and can only like do it once, right? When would you advise to go? Like what time of year, for how long? Any sort of advice you can give about like the dates and the time of the year would be great.
Sure. I think it's better to visit Peru, southern Peru in general, from between March and November, because that's the summer over here. But during winter, the trails are like quite slippery, and there have been incidents of people slipping and even falling off the trail and dying. So it's quite recommended to, it was quite recommended to visit during the dry season. I mean, the sky is clear, and then you can even walk around. And just a tip to enter Machu Picchu, you have different time scales during the day. Like you do have groups entering Machu Picchu early in the morning, like about 6 in the morning, and there's another one where people enter by noon. But I highly recommend people to enter during in the first group, that's 6 in the morning, because that's when you get to see the sunrise. And that's a spectacular sight with Machu Picchu. So that is highly recommended. And then, well, just a tip: if you're not keen on hiking from Aguascalientes, which is the nearest town, if you're not keen on hiking all the way to Machu Picchu, you can also take a bus, which costs about 35 soles, about $12 US. And then that takes you in about 15 minutes, and you can skip the hiking part, just reach there, be the first one to enter, and just enjoy the sunrise.
Okay, thank you. So where can our guests find you? I know you're going to be coming back to the show and whatnot, but in the interim, where can our guests like find you to maybe ask some questions and follow your travels and all these wonderful pieces of advice that you have to give us?
Well, it's Backpack Ways. That's my blog, and it's more on for backpackers and budget travelers. Also, you can tweet me, Backpack Ways, or Instagram as well. So I'm active on all these channels. So you can reach out to me, so I can help you plan your trip.
And also, one of the things that we would like to talk with you in the following shows as well is like, if you are going to continue participating with us, is like kind of culture shock, similarities and differences that you can find. That, well, it's like, I know that we have this conversation over the phone before, you and me, when we're talking, but of course, I think it to be very interesting in your point of view, because also we have here, well, first of all, Mateo Lobon is saying like, well, grande Sreeram. So you have your audience also that they are like cheering you up. And also, well, it's like we have a very good friend that is Abhijit, and also well, he has a group that is Latin Indian or Latindian. So of course, it's this kind of mixture that I think is going to be very interesting to merge these two cultures that we have, and that people that they are like from India, they are very interested from Latin America. And also, well, I don't know, but I have been a couple of times in India and I really love the place and I really love the culture. So I think it would be really good to share with the audience, like not only as an Indian, it could be like a person that is from outside Latin America with your eyes. Let us know about your experiences, and also maybe some of these funny experiences that you have passed through Latin America and the different countries.
Well, Latin America, in fact, I found a little bit of cultural differences within Latin America, in fact, like in Brazil and in Mexico and Peru, there were quite a lot of differences. But Mexico, for that matter, I found to be very much similar to India, and including the food as well. People were like overwhelming and quite inquisitive to discover more about India and Indian culture. Super friendly people. In fact, in general, all over Latin America, the moment I say that I'm from India, they go, "Oh wow, so can you tell me more about your culture and or about your food?" And they have the stereotype that we Indians we do eat you know, like super spicy food, and that's which is quite normal in certain parts of India. So you know, I was actually, when I was in Uruguay, I was in a place called Colonia del Sacramento, which is a small town near Montevideo. And there was a lady over there, and she saw me walking on the street, and then she said, "Oh, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from India." And then she goes, "Oh, okay, why did you stop by for dinner?" My place. I said, "Yeah, I would love to." So I went and I picked up a bottle of wine, and I you know, knocked at her door. And she opened the door and she said, "Oh, there's no need for you to bring in wine and all those things. You wasted a lot of money." And then I sat with them at the dinner table, and then she you know, brings in a photo of an African child, like who's starving and who's about to die. And then she goes, "From the country? I mean, do you have people like this in your country?" I said, "No, that's not India, that's Africa." And then she goes, "Oh no, I mean, India and Africa is the same, right?" I said, "No, it's quite different continents."
Oh, man.
Oh my God. You said, maybe you should say something like, "Yes, we have people like this. Yeah, they are tourists. Yeah, we have some of them. They are just going around."
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
But you know, but Sreeram, when the lady asks you that and you answer in Spanish, did it just what?
Well, we did actually talk in Spanish before, and it was funny. The moment I was leaving, she handed me over a box of food, and she said, "Maybe you can store it and eat it later." I was like, "No, it's not needed," and then got embarrassing.
Yeah, well, so it's like maybe that person needs a little bit of geography lessons just to understand that they are separate continents, and they are like, maybe one of the good advice is to give like a map in order to say this is the world map. So it's like you can see where we are, where it is.
I mean, that's not a Latin American issue. That's global. Like, I can tell you how many times in the
well, of course, they cannot find Mexico, for example, in a map. No.
Yeah.
And yeah, and sometimes it's like, I don't know, as a Mexican, I have to struggle all the time that people, they are saying that Mexico is or South America or Central America, because people, they don't understand that geography, it doesn't have any relationship with language. And they believe that North America means English speakers. And that's not correct. It's just geography. It's like basic. So yeah, so well, anyway, so I think it's going to be really fun, Ram, having you here. And also these kind of experiences we would like to know, because we would like that you invite also the audience in order that they can travel to Latin America with a different eyes, not with the beloved that we have for our countries. and how in love we are about them. So it's, I think so with your eyes and with your experience, it's going to be just amazing. So thank you very much, Ram, for being here tonight with us. And of course, well, we'll be here soon. Yeah, and we're going to share, of course, your social networks here in the comments, in order that people they know more about you and they can just Google it. And I would like to say thank you to our friends from Happy Gringo Tours that they provide us the footage that that you were seeing about, and also they are your friends that you have been working with them, Ram. So thank you very much for that footage that they provide us. So thank you very much, Ram. Gracias.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's like just moving forward. I have seen a lot of people that they are, please don't vote, por favor, no voten todavía. It's not the time to vote. No tienen que votar todavía. Todavía no saben los números. You don't have the numbers. And actually, it's like, anyway, if you have voted, o si ya han votado, esos votos no serán contados, ni serán considerados, porque además a lo mejor ustedes están votando por el número 7 y a la mera hora el 7 es el 10, porque Roger a lo mejor cambió los números. So please, all the votes as well that you have posted on the comment section, they will not be considered. So thank you very much for all the people that they are joining us. I can see a lot of comments. Also Mateo Lobon, as well, as I said, thank you very much. Abhijit, he was talking about East Africans or their Idi Amin. Yeah. Sorry that I'm seeing here, but I have in another screen. So that's the reason why I'm just looking on the other side. So it's like, don't think that it's like I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying here. Also, well, Sandra Ascar, that well, she's supporting Brazil. Eileen Magaña, Alex, so thank you very much. A lot of people, Nayeli Ramos, Andrea, Flor de Escocia, thank you, and Flor, because well, also you are providing like, don't vote now, it's not the time, but you will let them know. Marta Castañez, Dani Pacheco, that well is okay, well, so well, let's go to our third guest, and well, it's like, shall we do the votes now?
No.
Okay, that was like very straightforward. Okay.
I was gonna say if less people were connected, see, I'm a really mean teacher. I'd say, oh, everyone who already vote, their votes don't count at all for the rest of the night. But Enrique is gonna be really nice, guys.
Oh my God.
That face.
Oops.
Okay, so well,
yeah.
it's like, okay,
You don't
thank you,
listen.
Whitney. So well, let's, in a couple of seconds, we're gonna have this. Let's go with our next guest, and he's over you, Whitney.
Yes. All right. So our next guest is Leah Reis Guerrero, and she has a rich and eclectic musical background. Her Venezuelan and Portuguese mixed heritage, alongside growing up in Latin America, brings forth a distinct multicultural style. She enjoys playing from Latin to rock and even a bit of Afrobeat and neo soul, which we'll get into in a minute. She's collaborated with many, many artists, including a few that were previously on our shows, such as Juanita Yuca and Eliane Correa, excuse me, and has performed at many venues and festivals in the UK, including Glastonbury, which we talked about, and the MTV Europe Music Awards back in 2017. So welcome to our show.
Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So for everyone who like is just connecting, can you talk to us about like how you got into drumming at all?
Yeah, I think my first contact with a drum kit was when I was 4, and the husband of my aunt at the time, he had one and it looked like in a spaceship. So I was like impressed about it, but it was too noisy, and obviously it took me years to convince my mom to get me one, because we used to live in apartments, so like neighbors always hate me. But yeah, until I was 14, she managed to give me my first kit, and then I joined classes, and from there, you know, meeting people, playing around, and it became kind of like my passion and obsession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, I can understand the thing about the neighbors, especially, can you imagine if you were growing up and playing them in the pandemic? Everyone's always at home.
I was wondering which instrument is worse, like someone is starting violin, trumpet, or drums. You know, it's like super noisy and like, you know,
And actually, I think so. As you were saying, violin, I think so is one of the worst. Like, well, when they are playing, it's like, oh my god, don't do it, don't.
Oops.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Oops.
nails on a chalkboard, as we say in English. Just oof, yeah.
yeah, no, it's like no, but yeah, okay, well, so and actually, one of the well, I really like the drums because it's like always there's like the beat, and it's like a rhythm, so it's something that actually is like sometimes. It depends. I think so. Maybe after 20 hours that maybe you are like having a rehearsal or something, maybe your neighbor is going to kill, he wants to kill himself. But anyway, yeah, it's like, and moving, just one question. I know that, well, you have a background like it's Venezuelan, but also Portuguese.
Yeah.
And do you think that one of these heritage impact your music or is like, yeah.
Just a huge mix because like I was born in Venezuela and I grew up listening to all the music that my family listened to because no one is musician. I just like choose to be a musician, and my grandma will listen to boleros, but then my dad will listen to joropo, and my mom will listen to like pop songs, and my uncle salsa. So it was always like, and my grandfather from Portugal, he will listen to fado, and so I was always around many genres. There is no particularly like a favorite thing because as long as it groups, like I'm cool with it.
Mhm.
So that way it's more like you just grew up in a musical environment and you start taking, and also this one is impacting you for creating your music.
Yeah,
Some
definitely.
of it.
As well, like as a teenager, you used to, growing up in Venezuela, you will always listening to American music like rock and punk and like that kind of like influence. And all my friends were like rockers and punkers. So I started playing punk and rock, and I was playing in Venezuela for probably at the time the only female. It was like an indie rock band called Skin. So they had like a bunch of years playing together, and I joined, and it was really good, but like I didn't have friends to play Latin music there. Bizarrely, I would play with my drum teacher, until I got to London, and then I had like homesick, and then I started meeting people that play actually Latin music, and then it was just there, coming in.
Well, in that context, obviously, you moved to London, and you be coming from a background of the Latin vibe, Latin Venezuelan vibe. How was it changed? It was impact. Did your music change? How you find that change?
Yeah, it was an impact because it took me a while to like find what do I like. When I got to London, I didn't know anyone. I just came for the first time with my 2 luggage and like, okay, I'm gonna live here. And to really know the city, I don't think you can stay only for a year. You have to stay at least 3 or 5 years to like really feel like you are from here in a way, But I started playing with bands like grunge and like metal or electro music or reggae. So it took me a while to like find out what I really like it. And it's been a few years now, 5 years or so, that I feel good, with the people that I play, like jam sessions, it really helped me. But I just opened my brain here because you have so much access to different styles like African music and jazz and funk and everything. London has everything. So it's really good to be.
And it was challenging, obviously, from your background, what you learned, the drumming. It was challenging to just move to one rhythm to another, or was it easy for you?
It was, I think coming from Venezuela, you have like this bubble, and I was like probably the only female drummer at the time, and I thought, yeah, I play also, I'm gonna find really cool bands. But coming here and then seeing the talent here as well, it puts me in perspective, like shit, I need to study, and it's hard because there is so much talent, there is someone always, behind your back, and like you have to learn so much and practice so much to really like have your name out. And it is a challenge every day. Like it is a challenge for me, even like in the lockdown, to sit and study. Like I was wishing to have time to study because I work full time and then I do music at nights. And the less that I did in the lockdown was to play, because I just felt like finally have a break. I'm gonna go cycling, I'm gonna go surfing or skating, like to do all the things that I couldn't before, because I was constantly just playing gigs or like doing some other things, and then I forgot about like what I really like, have time for me. Well, yeah, it's been just, a long trip. And I realize now that it's not much about like the competition or whatever, but like to enjoy actually the quality of music that I'm doing or creating with the people that I'm creating that too.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of that, it's like you read our minds. What are some of the past projects that you worked on and with whom? Because I mentioned a couple when I was introducing you, but I know that's just a few of many. So can you please tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, in Venezuela, I started playing with Skin. I had a band that it was indie punk called Elaine. And I started with Majarita Sound Machine and a vehicle, like those were really big names at the time, 2010 or so. And I came here and well, I started playing with Juanita. I did one show with Shola Kimbola, which is the percussionist of Jamiroquai, and that was amazing experience. I played with Clean Bandit because they needed some drum line, female drum line. So we play in the MTVs and we play in another show. That was a really cool opportunity as well. I played with London Afrobeat Collective, that Juanita is the singer. Usually I'm the deputy drummer for like these bands or WADA or London Afrobeat. Like they always call me last minute, hey, the drummer cannot do it. Can you do like the gig tomorrow is 60 songs? Yeah, I'll do it.
Wow, 60 songs. Oh, but I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I can tell you, it's just I wanted to learn drumming, but I can do one rim, two rims, and one leg. I cannot do the other one. But to you, play for 3 straight hours and just learn all the styles. That's amazing. I mean, and all the amazing people you've been working is very remarkable. How you feel?
Crazy people. I'm crazy, definitely, because I and they wrote me like, hey, do you want to audition for this play Amaluna? And it was in like China for 2 years, and I was like, oh, I need to get this gig so I can quit my job and like be a full-time musician. Do I really want to be in China 2 years playing the same songs every day? Like, I think in London probably achieve more. And I became obsessed to get it, and I had to listen to the same songs the whole day. I would run listening to the songs, and I would finish work and go and play the same 4 songs, and it was like completely out of my comfort zone. It was like papers and like changes and crazy music, but really good. But I just, it took me 2 weeks to like learn it and then film the videos, like explain why do I want to play in the Cirque du Soleil and blah blah. And it was just me or another girl. They took me like waiting for like 2 months or a month, like they weren't sure, and I was like so stressed just because I wanted to know if I had it or not. But then in the back of my head, I was like, I think I will be happier in London because I will have time to do my things, like try to go surfing, like. And then Corona happened, and then Cirque du Soleil broke. Like all these musicians, they have no jobs. I saved my job. I'm happy. It's fine. It was really great.
Well, but just I mean, I can see you have the heart of an artist. So
yeah.
And also everything you've done is impressive. In all the London, well, my question is, which is the best place where you've been playing drums here in the UK?
Oh.
The craziest one, the most remarkable.
I think I must say Hootenanny in Brixton. Since I got to London and I saw that venue, it feels so, like a home feeling, and it reminds me of Venezuela. Like they have good music, always good band, good stage, and the vibes are really, really good. So I always, when I just moved, I was like, oh, I wish one day I could play there. And like the gigs that I've done there, like the ceiling is sweating. Everyone is like so happy. So like, but some other venues are really good, but some people is like drinking, they don't really pay attention, or like the sound is not good. So like Hootenanny is classic. Richmond is really good as well. The Jazz Cafe is really good as well. Yeah, but Hootenanny is like the heart.
And also, well, it's like it's not that I'm confused, but I'm impressed, because it's like we're talking about this like a drummer, but you are not only a drummer. I think so. You're a multifaceted person. Yeah, and actually, I know that well. It's like you have a project in the music environment, but I would like to know more about the other part of Leah, not the musician, because I know that you are doing a lot of you have been working for big companies.
Yeah.
And doing quality assurance for videos and films, etc.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit of that part of Leah.
Yeah, well, I studied sound engineering in Venezuela, and I used to work there for like HBO, the History Channel, A&E, and doing sound design. And then I thought like, well, you know, if I move to London, probably it will be easy to get a job because I have a good CV. But if you don't have experience in London, it doesn't matter if you know wherever you are, like they really have to like start from scratch in a way here. So I got here, I was studying in tech music schools to like a performance degree and stuff. And then like problems with the currency exchange in Venezuela, you have to do this paperwork so they can give you the dollars on the correct amount. And they just canceled my stuff 1 week before. And I was like, oh my God. So I only managed to do with my savings like 3 months. And then I was like, that's it, I'm gonna have to like find a job. And then I started working in bars, and then giving CVs all the time around, but you know, no experience. And then I found a job in this company doing bookings coordination for film prints. So I had to like copy, I don't know, Muppets in Manhattan and send it to all the cine world and like all the logistics of the film prints. And it was really nice. But then I saw this guy, super chill. My work was like grabbing food, opening the door to the courier, like crazy, hectic. And this guy was just watching films. And I was like, what do you do? No, quality control. And I was like, what was that? And then he kind of like tried me for a little bit. And then I started applying for that and got a job in Deluxe Digital. And then from there, I started jumping in different companies. And it's been now like 4 or 5 years doing quality control. And now I work for Universal Pictures, which has been awesome. Like, you know, to find a really good company that, you know, you feel good, you work with nice people, it's hard as well. Sometimes you are in good companies, but people don't even say good morning. So, yes,
Yeah,
where you work.
And also, sorry, just moving back to the musician, the drummer that you have. Can you tell us about your latest project? Because actually, it's the music that we use for the promo reel
Yeah.
and its video. Tell us about that one, because I think that part it has been very relevant in this show, that we have this kind of merging and just being. I don't want to say the name, because the name is exactly the name of your project, but it's like like integrating people from different countries. But tell us about this project.
Yeah, well, should I say the name of the project?
Yeah. You can say it.
I play in this band called Colectiva since like 2 years ago. I was invited by Viva, who's the founder, for a jam session because I met her in another project called Guerrero, which as well is a full female, but like super salsa lineup, 14 girls, you know. And Viva plays trombone, so she was like, hey, you want to come to this jam session? Like, I have this other project. And they just, you know, I got there, they gave me some paper and I was like, okay. And we started playing like Latin classics, instrumental. And probably a month after we had our first gig, and from there we started playing in festivals, and it got really big, you know, like for playing only covers. And at the end, like we started writing our own music, and we released this single like 2-3 weeks ago.
And
Wow, I mean, it looks impressive. When I was listening, the ensemble is an amazing. It's something different, which is one of the we appreciate when we see these kind of ensembles. And not the woman power speaks over there, but the way you did it. Tell us a little bit quickly about it.
Yeah, we work
Because you find different women from different places. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're actually a bit from everywhere. There is the percussionist, she's from Finland. The pianist, she's half Colombian, half English, and the rest are from England. Yeah, like there is a variety. The pianist who also composed the song Maria Grabs, she's Greek. So, you know, it's from the scene, basically. They met through jams, through other different projects, and, you know, we just got together. And the thing is, like, it's a collective. There is no, like, really, like, a musical director or, like, someone that is ruling. So it's very democratic, but at the same time, you know, takes sometimes time to, like, come with, like, agreements to, like, what to do. But it's really good because it's a really open space where, you know, you are allowed to say whatever you feel, and, like, we find solutions or, like, you know, collectively move forward.
And for like future endeavors, especially once this pandemic ends in a year, 5 years, no, I'm just kidding. But what are your future endeavors? Like, you know, in the next year, 2 years, what's like the goal for you, especially here in London?
Yeah, I wanna probably become a British citizen, get my passport, travel the world. Yeah.
Yes. But it's just a British passport. It's not a European passport anymore.
So I'm gonna
Tubes.
when I'm Portuguese, I'm British.
And what else? That's a great endeavor. I hear you. Me too.
It'd be so nice to, go on tour with the band and like promote. We have a few singles coming up as well. Like I just really want to tour and keep playing music, go surfing a lot, and probably travel. I'm desperate to travel.
We all do. Doing this show is torture because every week we talk about different people and cultures and places that we can't go to for a very long time. So I agree. I'm sure that everyone does.
No, and also, I was just looking at all the story, your career, the videos. An artist like you cannot be hold on for so long. I can imagine you want just to go on tour, anything, but let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. I was lucky to be locked down in Portugal for like 2 months, and it was the best time. I'm like, I want to move. They have so much like good food, weather, everything, so nice. So that was it was a really good chance to be away in winter time.
I was seeing, I was watching the videos that you sent us, and there is one that you help us like. It's just like a mix of different events that you have been.
Yeah.
And I can see if you want to say, it's like, I don't know, but you are like changing dramatically from something very soft
Yeah.
to something that is like extremely like rock and it's like heavy and everything. So it's like, and this one is like, do you have any particular preference for yourself? Like saying, I prefer these rhythms than for this one. Even you like all of them, but something that you really love it.
I mean, recently I really enjoy to play Latin music because I just feel like to dance, when you're playing. So it's really good. Like anything Latin, Afro.
Okay, so that one is like your favorite. And just one last question, Leah.
Yeah.
And of course, well, it's like last question, but we would like to know more about you because also we're going to watch a video that is exactly Colectiva, that is the project that you were talking about. And my question would be like, what do you miss about Latin America?
Ooh, the warm sea. Like to be in the beach that is warm, and it's not cold. I go surfing here and it's crazy. The sun, the food, my friends, the nature. The nature is like epic. Those are the things.
Okay, so Justin, I think so. Sorry, I'm going to add another question. It's like if you have the opportunity to tell people to visit one place in Venezuela that they should not miss, which one should be?
Wow, well, Los Roques. Los Roques is amazing.
What is Los Roques?
It's an archipelago, like 30-minute fly from La Guaira, and
Okay.
it's like I don't know how many islands, more than 300 little islands. In it's like transparent water. Oh my God, it's incredible. I'll send you a picture. It looks like the Maldives, pretty much.
Okay, Los Roques is the name. Okay, cool. So it's like
we need to find more about it.
I know. I love how like you can see Enrique is like writing down. Okay.
Yeah, actually, yes. I just put the name here.
That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I think it's more for us personally and also people on the show, but really, where should we go?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds like a fantastic place to visit. And sorry, Roger, you want to say something?
No. But I was saying that the town is just sand. You walk in the streets and it's sand. It's really small. And like they are like, it's beautiful. It's really like a paradise.
So it's like a beach town.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely. I think so. Nice. I can see Whitney's face.
I'm like,
she's Googling it.
She wants to,
I think so. She's Googling. I just saw her face like she's put it in Google, the name Los Roques, because she wants to see the place. Yeah. So, Leah, thank you very much for being with us. You are a talented woman. And of course, it's like we are very proud, like bringing Latin American successful people as you here in the show. And of course, showing not only for people here in the UK, what are we doing? Also people in Latin America, in all our countries, that they can see a motivation and someone who they can follow.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for the invitation.
so much.
No, thank you very much. And I think so we have
Thank you
some
very much.
music, right, Roger?
Yeah, music from the girl power.
Let's go
So-
to. I don't know if you want to
Okay.
present it. You want to present this song, Leah?
This song is called Under There by Colectiva and Maria Grapsa. Enjoy, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, everything, and get in touch.
Thank you very much, Leah. Bravo. So
Bravo.
excellent,
Oh,
excellent, Leah.
wow.
So thank you very much. Extraordinary musician, so extraordinary music. And well, it's like you are very welcome to come back here when you are like releasing something new and of course to share it with the audience.
Thank you
It's
so much,
extraordinary.
guys. Awesome.
Thank you,
very
Leah.
much, Leah.
Bye-bye.
So, well, I think so. The time is coming, and we have participants from Peru, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, Poland, Colombia, El Salvador, Bolivia, and I think so. They are the countries that they are participating. People in Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, and I think so. That's it. Yes, that we have here in the list. And sorry if I miss any other cities. Just correct me if I miss anyone. So. It's time to vote, and I'm going to say this in English and in Spanish, so in order that everybody understand what are going to be the rules. So, well, first of all, we're going to pass video with the numbers of the different participants. So once the video is over, you can start voting. You are going to vote for a number, just a number. Just vote once, so one vote per person. You cannot vote for two different cakes, only one. And of course, at the end of witness section, we're going to do a very quick. We're going to have a small window that you can participate. Also, please, only if you are voting for, I don't know, for number 7, number 1, number 20, whatever is the number, just vote once. If you are voting twice, maybe we can disqualify the person because we are trying to make a fair play with everyone. So I'm going to say it now in Spanish. Para todas aquellas personas que nos están viendo, muchísimas gracias primeramente por haber participado en este contest, en este evento. Y bueno, se va a pasar un video en el cual van a aparecer los números de las personas, de los pasteles, o las personas que hicieron estos pasteles, y se pide por favor que solo voten una vez. Independientemente si ustedes tienen 2 o 3 favoritos, solo voten una vez. Si vemos que hay 2 votos para alguna persona, por así decirlo, el número 7, el número 20, el número que sea, una persona vota 2 veces, esa persona o la participante podrá ser descalificada. Esto es con el objetivo de tener un juego justo para todas las participantes y sobre todo para que el conteo de los votos pueda ser rápido y pueda ser efectivo y eficiente y no estar fijándonos si una misma persona votó 2 veces. Solo voten por uno, independientemente de que les gusten 2 o 3, solo voten por uno, solo pongan el número y den enter. La ventana pues va a ser muy pequeña de tiempo en el cual van a poder votar. Y bueno, I would like to, and well, I think so, that's all in Spanish. And I would like to say, to send greetings to Pamela Batalla, that's what I'm receiving here, and our friends from Latinos in Glasgow who helped to organize this competition. So thank you very much. And of course, it's like, well, that is the reason why we have a lot of participants from Scotland. So thank you very much for everyone. Also, I saw people from Peru, different groups that they were sharing this one. And well, of course, I would like to say that, well, honestly, all the participants, you are just extraordinary. Yeah, you are doing a work that, well, if you want to launch a business, this is the time that you can do it because I can see that, well, you have the skills and also the way that you present it is just amazing, as Roger would say. So well, Roger, I think so we are ready. And I think so we have a lot of people connected. So El Salvador, I mentioned El Salvador. Yes, I mentioned El Salvador. I think so. Yeah. So
Ready?
Let's go, my dear Roger, and just play the video. Brilliant. So well, it's like I think
Ta-da!
so that well now play it again if someone miss it.
Can I play it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold on a second. I wasn't prepared for that.
Sorry, Roger. Yeah, you have to be prepared. You know that well. Always they have like crazy ideas. Thank you very much, my dear Roger. So I think it's time to go with Nucerino.
Oh, all right. For the second half of the segment, your favorite, everyone. Okay, well, they count all the votes 100 times, correct? Okay, so tonight, I know we talked about a couple different, I get like topics, obviously, from different countries. And I thought, you know, with the proximity of Colombia and Venezuela, I thought I would do a review of some of the slang that we've seen and kind of comparing it. So a lot of these words are going to look familiar, but that's okay. So let's start with Heard on the Street. And palabra número uno is, okay, so I put the word above and like the universal word that you could use, which is cosa. So cosa, this is like one of my students' favorite words. It means thing. So use it all the time, especially if you don't know the word or you just, you know, don't want to use it. And in Colombia and Venezuela, they use the word vaina, esta vaina, like that thing, instead of esta cosa, esta vaina. So that's one of them. And the C is for Colombia, V is for Venezuela. If you are a little bit challenged in the flag department. The next is amigo. So there's a couple things here. So, and these are just a couple of the words. I'm not saying these are the only words, but one of the ones we talked about 1 or 2 episodes ago is llave, which actually means key. So in Colombia, llave, obviously key, but also like your friend. And if you say like te saqué, I think it's llavero, like I took you like off the keychain, like I unfriended you, which is pretty dramatic, but it happens. So llave is a way to say friend, un amigo in Colombia, y un or una pana in Venezuela. And if you're referring to a friend for example, Enrique and Roger sometimes say like way between the two of them. By sometimes, I mean they say it a lot. Enrique, no, you don't get to be surprised. I hear it like every conversation we have, which is how you refer to a friend. And another way to do that is parcero, which also means friend, and chamo. So that's just one of them. And then another word, okay, vale. So this is a word I use a lot, vale. Another way of saying it is dale or listo in Colombia and dale in Venezuela, which also have like different meanings. But if that's what you want to like say like, okay, like vale, dale, listo, dale. And we've learned in other countries, like in parts of the Southern Cone, they say sale. So again, it varies from country to country. And then one more. Tacaño. Okay, so tacaño, una persona tacaña is like someone who's a little stingy, has the money, doesn't want to spend it. So a way to say like una persona tacaña, or just like alguien que es tacaño, is amarrado or amarrada. Remember, adjectives in Spanish that end in O typically change from O to A, depending on if you're speaking to like someone like él es super tacaño or ella es super tacaña. And in Venezuela, it's pichirre. Sorry, I've never heard this one before. Pichirre. So that's una persona tacaña. Those are your 2 words, amarrado and pichirre. So that's just some comparison between the slang of the 2 countries to show you, you know, like how slang is used in various countries, whether they're close by, and the closer they are, you're going to see more and more similarities. And however, there's some differences as well. So I hope that was a little bit enlightening on how the slang can change from one country to another. And these are just some of the examples of the words. These aren't all of them. So if you want to learn more, I'm going to start putting all my slang up on Making Spanish Simple, my website. Please subscribe. There'll be a newsletter coming out soon. It is linked to all of my social media, which is Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And by the end of May, so the end of next month, I'm going to have resources and practice activities for anyone who wants to learn Spanish on there with the answer key. So please subscribe now, and you will get access to all of my resources free of charge. Okay, I'm done with my shameless plug.
Thank you, Whitney.
Quiet.
That was so
We was quiet.
quick
We were
this
so-
time. And well, the boats, we can stop now. Yes, we can stop the boat.
I like
now. It has
esa
been-
vaina.
Esa
Esa
vaina.
vaina. I like it. I like
My
it. that they
students
say it.
love to use the word cosa, and it gets me so mad. Not because it's like it's you, it's not wrong, but as an educator, you're like, you learn the noun for something else. Cosa, cosa. Like, no, it's a
like
word
you
we
say.
hate as educators, but it's totally it's used. So, but I think sometimes
Okay.
like a lot of people use it because they're too lazy to learn the real word, not non-Spanish speaking people, of course. But yeah, as
Dice,
I can say that of the language.
esa vaina, no me gusta la vaina esa.
No
Sí,
me gusta
el
la vaina
coso. Or the other one is, hey, güey, el güey está contando, güey, ya contaste.
Parcero, chamo, come on, not the Mexican.
This is
Parcero.
just crazy, man. This is
Come on.
just
Parcero,
crazy.
¿qué
I
onda?
have just some numbers, but it's like going so quick. And I know that, well, it has been like, actually, it's like, yeah.
I know.
It's
I know,
just
it's
moving,
hard.
moving, and Whitney is talking, and it's just like a little bit annoying. But well, of course, well, thank you everyone who is like
Well, you know how I
putting
feel.
all the flags. And sorry, Whitney, you were distracting me. Just that's the reason why. And it's like,
It was during my segment.
what
Okay.
during your segment? Yes, of course. I missed part of your segment, so it's like,
Okay.
and also,
I'm-
this is
I'm
just
more than
mad,
okay.
honestly. Okay,
Listen.
so well, let's wait a couple of minutes. I know
You-
that
you
well,
want,
it's like let me
obviously-
double check with people. Yeah, I want more time. Roger.
You need
Yeah.
more
But I would like
time.
to say thank you to our friends from Pacari. Thank you to Liliana from the Latin America show team for all the support and also for dealing with all this difficult challenge. And which are the prizes? Roger.
The prizes. Let me put the prices. So you want to buy some time. Okay, cool. Let's wait. Let's wait and see, because Mr. Enrique is counting. He's
Yes.
counting.
Well, we are counting, so it's like, yeah. So, or, thank you, Mercedes Roger.
Well, at the same time you're counting, now you need to say the prices. Now, thank you very much to our
Oh my
friends
God, I
at
have to say
Pacari.
it. You just.
Thank you very much, our friends of Pacari. So remember, the winner of this bake-off is going to have a visit tour to the Pacari headquarters in Ecuador, obviously. As well, we know that's an amazing company. You will learn everything about it, everything about this amazing chocolate. And then a set of chocolate fondue and a water jug. This is the set. So you can put the chocolate and the jug from MUUTO, and also a 200 grams bag of the raw chocolate Pacari. This is amazing. For the second place of this bake-off, we have a private online session with the Cordon Bleu chef Mariana Fouque. Believe me, I'm so jealous about this. I won this. The third place, the bake-off. It's a virtual chocolate tasting session with our experts from Pacari. I'm jealous of these prizes. I won them. And obviously that last prize is going to be one chocolate face mask courtesy of Lavandel. .co.uk is an amazing company and we need to support it. Then over to you, Mr. Enrique.
Thank you very much, Roger. Yeah, I'm just sweating, actually. It's like, actually, I'm gonna make like more exciting this part because because our friends from Facebook is like when you're reading the comments, suddenly they delete the comment. Well, not delete. You cannot see them because they pass too quick. And even I go to the beginning just to double check numbers because I have like I start doing it like in a very. I'm not going to show the numbers. Let me put it like this. Well, just like parts like this. So I was doing it. So
listen,
I think so.
Let me help you. I will help you. Okay. So let's treat our audience with a video. Our amazing friend Carlos Paul. Let's hear a song, and I give you some time, Mr. Enrique.
Yes, but the main issue that is like one of the things that I have to do is just to stop this live event in order that I can see all the previous comments.
Yeah.
Because if I don't stop it, it's like I cannot see all the comments that they are here. So one of the things that I don't.
In the other computer?
No, I can't. No. What? That means like I have to stop the video. So it's like all the comments, all the broadcasting that we're doing in order that I can read all the comments and the total. So as I want to have accurate data for the people that they are like watching us, it's like I think so. We are going to publish the winner just in an hour maybe or less when I can read all the comments because we need to check. And actually, it's like I have seen that, well, okay, I'm going to do my best, but I saw a couple of people that they were voting twice. So it's like, actually, that is something that also I just want to avoid counting double. Yeah. So it's like,
okay.
So for all the participants, I just want to let you know that, well, of course, here we have the comments. People, they don't have to continue voting, please. Don't continue voting now. It's like, so it's like we are closing all the votes now. So it's like at 9:52, we are closing the votes. And I have the last comment that is from Claudia Raquel Garcia. Is the last comment when she's putting the flag. All the comments, all the votes before Claudia Raquel Garcia, they will be considered, okay? That she is putting a flag from, oh God, it's like jumping. Anyway. From El Salvador, yeah. So, well, it's like, in order to have this one, it's like, we're just going to make more exciting this thing, and we're going to publish all the votes. So, well, I think so. Maybe some of you, if you have been watching, you have a rough idea about who is going to be the winners. However, it's like I have seen a lot of people. So I would like to say thank you to Pacari. Thank you to Liliana. Thank you for people in Glasgow. Thank you for Pamela Batalla. Thank you for all the participants from, as I said, from Colombia, from Mexico, from Poland, from Brazil, from El Salvador, from Peru. Thank you, all of you, for participating. It has been just an extraordinary challenge. And I'm just like very flattered that people, they were like, well, telling us, ya han cerrado la votación. Yes, correct. Ya hemos cerrado la votación. And actually,
now you say in Spanish.
Said, hemos cerrado la votación. El último voto que se consideró fue antes del comentario de Clau Raquel García. Una de las cosas que vamos a hacer es, porque Facebook va pasando los comentarios y no puedo regresar para ver algunos votos. Incluso vimos que hay personas que votaron 2 veces. Y para tener una completa transparencia en los datos y contar bien los votos con ustedes, y no queremos fallar, entonces yo creo que en 1 hora publicaremos los ganadores. O si no, los podemos decir en el próximo show, que probablemente los tendremos de invitados, que sería bueno que nos platicaran su experiencia. Roger ya nos dijo cuáles son los premios. So, well, thank you, everyone. It's like for participating in this. It's like, sí podemos ver los comentarios porque estamos grabando el programa. Efectivamente, todos los programas están grabados, todos los comentarios se ven. El punto es de que no se borran los comentarios. El punto es de que suben los comentarios. Es más, voy a compartir con ustedes mi screen para que vean esto, ¿no? y quede claro cómo ocurre. ¿Lo pueden ver? Sí.
Sí.
Ok, los comentarios están aquí. Aquí tengo los votos. Pero después de este comentario de Hugo Montemor, no puedo ver más hacia arriba. ¿Ok?
Ah.
Entonces, una de las cosas que pasa es, como yo no puedo ver más comentarios hacia arriba, tengo que contarlos bien, tenemos que contarlos bien, entonces vamos a publicar al ganador. Ya sé, Valeria está diciendo que publiquemos ahorita al ganador. Sí, pero tenemos que contarlo y queremos hacer esto como se debe ser. So we would like to share with you.
Have you seen how many comments you say? It's 1,000 comments.
Yeah, I know.
You see, 1,000 comentarios, 1,000 comments.
Yeah, so in that way, it's just like asking to the audience, like, well, it's like just be a little bit patient, because, well, it's like, it's not simple. O creo que se está filmando. Yes, bueno, se está filmando, está grabado, y de hecho ustedes, se vio como 10,000 veces la pantalla, ¿verdad? Está grabado, ustedes lo van a poder ver, entonces no hay problema, y así todo el mundo puede contar bien los votos. Y para cualquier aclaración, pues por supuesto la podemos tener. Recuerden que no está permitido votar doble, pero bueno. So, well, thank you very much. We are going to count the votes and we are going to publish the winners for this ones. As you have seen, and Roger, he said, we have more than 1,000 commentaries here in that section. So it's going to take us a while. Yes. Of course, not of all of them, they are votes, but it's going to take us a while. So of course, I'm considering that, well, since we start to put the votes, or the time for votes, this window is the time that we're to count the votes. People that they vote before, they are not considered, only during the window that we were saying. If you want to share these details, also you can go to the live show once we publish this one, and you can see when we are starting the window for the votings, and you can see all the comments when they are appearing. So, Roger Alarcón.
Well, I'm overwhelmed about, you see the comment. I just see the boom, just like that. Thank you very much to everyone. I think this bake-off has been amazing. Please, I'm gonna post the video of the 11 participants, sorry, so you can see also the Instagrams. And if you fancy or if you like in general, not for voting, just in general, so for the public, and if you like a cake or you fancy today, from those 11 participants, 9 they got Instagrams, so you can follow them, and then maybe if you like it, you can buy something from them, because there's amazing things. Listen, my mouth is watering, but thank you very much to everyone participate. Muchas gracias a todos los que participaron, tanto aquí en el Reino Unido como en Latinoamérica. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Robert. Whitney, and why are we wearing gray now? Suddenly, sometimes we are wearing both black, and now it's like gray.
You know, the teacher's in black. Teachers in black,
exactly.
And
I'm mourning the loss of my holiday time, because we just went back to school. So I'm in black, you know, estoy de luto, ¿sabes? No, thank you everyone so much. I'm just gonna go ahead while Enrique keeps looking at me. I'm not even gonna let him sit. No, it's totally fine. No, just to be like efficient with time, because I know we always run over, but it's just a testimony to our wonderful guests and how much that they have to say about Latin America. So thank you for joining us. I look forward to seeing who wins. Muchísimas gracias por venir aquí. Espero que lo pasen bien, y vamos a ver quiénes han ganado el concurso para que me puedan mandar los premios. Sí. Le voy a dar mi dirección para que me puedan mandar los premios. Como chocolate.
Well, if not the address, if you don't send the address, we can go now. It's more easy. The lockdown is easier.
Well, they are in Scotland.
But if they're in Scotland, just mail it to me, you know.
Okay, well, we stay for a couple of days there.
Yeah. That's it.
Anyway, so, well, thank you very much, Whitney. Thank you very much. Of course, all the people that they participated, not only the finalists, all of them, they are like just outstanding. Honestly, you have done beautiful work. very tasty one. Thank you for participating in the Latin America show. Remember to follow us, give us a like. This program is created for you. And also, if you give us a like, if you follow us, you will give us the opportunity to bring you more challenges like this one, more sponsors that they can provide different kind of prices. And well, follow us, share this video with more people, share all our pages, follow us, as Roger said, in Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And well, remember that the Latin America show is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. London time. My name is Enrique Gelista. Thank you very much and see you next week.